Good day everybody, my name is Rifan, but you can call me Soul Archer. I'm back with another Odd Designs video where we design new characters or redesign existing ones. In our previous videos, we redesigned some characters and gave them some new evolutions. Their videos are linked down below so you can check them out. But today we'll be doing pure designs by creating a Rideline for the Cardfight Vanguard series. Now before I start, I'll explain what a Rideline is. In Vanguard, you ride into cards of higher grades each turn in order to unlock stronger cards and abilities. In the original series, you often wrote cards from your hand, which tend to serve problems if you're unable to get all the right cards you need in your hand. In the more modern D era, the ride deck was introduced in order to provide a guaranteed ride each turn. A ride deck consists of 4 cards with different grades that either represent a single character in several stages, or different ones for all the cards. Evolved Ridelines either upgrade the original cards or bring in completely new ones, and we're gonna make 4 different card designs for the game's Brantgate Nation. Now that we've established what Rideline is, let's get to it. Now we're designing cards for the Brantgate Nation, a nation featuring a more sci-fi aesthetic with robots and aliens. Going into the alien aesthetic, we'll be making a Kaiju-esque Rideline beginning with our Grade 0, Zer. I made it to be inspired by one of those alien parasite babies or larvae that grow inside other creatures, and I tried to implement that with this design. Since it's a baby-esque design, it's quite simple compared to the others while being somewhat insectoid, but not in the realm of a first stage Pokemon, as I tried to make it more of an individual. This larva design worked really well, and the strands shooting out of it are meant to be tethers or umbilical cords connecting it to the host it resides in. In the official art, I made it to where the walls of whatever it is framing it well and making it feel like an organ, and I feel like it works in the great and grossest way possible. All in all, here's our Grade 0 card, Zer. Onto the great one. This is Lazira. Lore-wise, this thing's meant to be an egg or pot spitter for the Grade 3, which we'll get to in a bit. But for now, we'll get into the servant, who aesthetically looks like an extraterrestrial frog. I mean, the animal does work well thematically to the pot production role it's got, but for some reason, it kinda looks like a kettle with legs, and that's okay. I originally wanted to make it more slimy, but for some reason, that didn't sit as well with me as it was meant to produce pods on land or in the caverns below, which is what the background behind it is. But going with that design route, I decided to light the scene with the pods and its eyes due to their similarities, and that lighting choice made things look really nice with this design. So here's our Grade 1 unit, Lazira. Next up is the Grade 2 Spartan, who protects our Grade 3, Azira. Now don't ask me about this naming scheme, I didn't have anything clever for them, so just bear with it, okay? But essentially, I had this idea for Azira to be this large Kaiju warrior creature to be emerging from some buildings, but then I realized that obscure half of its body, and I didn't want that. What I wanted to do was have a large insect centaur creature to look prominent and showcase one of its bladed arms, and I seriously loved the texture to those arms. This was the most humanoid of the Rideline, and there really wasn't much to say about this creature. All in all, the background could have used more destroyed looks, cause it feels more like a stage set than an actual attack. But never mind, the focus here is our Grade 2 of the Rideline, Azira. So here it is. Finally, we're onto the final fiend, the boss of this ride deck, Kamizira. Now this was the creature I absolutely wanted to do for this Rideline, because I actually came up with its concept before the design a few months prior. The idea was, in-game, to make this guy an anti-Brantgate deck by demolishing set orders, which in Brantgate are a major focus and tend to resemble buildings and machinery. Fittingly, this guy represents a kaiju destroying buildings in both its aesthetic and effect, but I wanted it to look more alien-y to fit with Brantgate's monster angle, and therefore took some inspiration from Pacific Rim's kaiju designs and came up with the lower body tentacles to make it look more rooted into the area it's in. I enjoyed the way the creature is integrated to the background, and it shows a greater degree of destruction than in Azira's art, though it could use some work but never mind. Overall, the card's effects are a decent concept that could use some work, but I'm loving our Great 3 of the Rideline, Kamizera. I hope you enjoyed these designs because I'm a huge fan of card games, and being an artistic person, this was a fun project for me to do. Now, I'm not the best at coming up with good card designs, but this was a fun way for me to try out making cards for other games, so don't be surprised if I make another set of Vanguard cards. I also wanted to try elaborating the designs more without the supporting images, so I hope this is a good change up, but let me know your thoughts about everything in this video down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to help the channel create more content like this, and go check out my Instagram linked down below, where I'll be posting these designs after this video comes out, and to check out some of the other stuff I do. Also, be sure to check out my live streams when they come out, because I may be doing more stuff like this in the future. But that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.